Blue Lagoon. Ask Soup. Loki. Blue color. Red color. ChronoJJ. Zeus. This man has been with us this whole time. Since the dawn of Age of Mythology. On the other side, Soup, he's been also with us for a really long time. Old school expert player. So very nice to see him around still. And getting ready for retold action. Same with JJ, I believe. Part of the Old Boys clan. Now this is the elimination match of Group 5 in the Wisdom of Thoth tournament. Whoever wins this series will be making it into the top 16. That's going to be a single elimination phase. Whereas the groups are a double elimination phase. Only 2 people per group make it out. Rappel has already defeated Soup. So he's in there. Soup's looking for that second spot, which is not as good because you get a more difficult opponent than Rappel will. At least if the seedings are accurate, right? Oh, what's going on with this giraffe? Okay, it's behaving now. JJ is trying to guide it to the right place. Easier said than done. Maybe now he can pick it off. Oh god. This is not working out. All this time he's not exploring, mind you, so the vision of ChronoJJ right now is not going to be that great. He doesn't have much map information. He doesn't know where his next hunt is. That's a lie. He knows where his second gold mine is, sort of, and his second TC. But there's also other options. There's this rhino. And there's this. Now this is the juicy part. That's the kind of stuff you want to gobble up before the Norse player really gets into control in the classical age. And you can use your heroes and Minotaur initially to ward off the overwhelming Norse numbers, as well as restoration. Ideally you don't use restoration. That's the best case scenario that you can have. For Loki, however, you can expect a little bit more Hersier, so that Minotaur will be of lesser use than it would be against the other Norse. Gotta be careful there. Is this temple rotated by chance? Feel like it might be. Temple's done for a Greek player. Soup's gonna advance fairly soon as well. JJ with the super early advance. That's like a 4-minute H2, huh? Right, Temple is just fine. Can you guys tell me what the Loki statue is all about? I can't figure that out, man. It's like carved out with an axe. I don't know, dude. Where's the rotation thing? I can't rotate the camera? What's going on? There we go. What are those? I just can't, dude. Need a mythology expert. I know that he's like the father of Sleipnir, Odin's 8-legged horse. That doesn't look like a horse to me. Looks more like a wolf head, but... Is it Fenrir? Perhaps it's that. Someone knowledgeable comment, please. Both used on the Hersier. It's not something you see every day. Where's the Odysseus? Okay, it's getting out. Gotta be really careful with that Minotaur. Like I said, it's like all hers here right now. Not nearly as easy to deal with as, let's say, a throwing axeman would be, or even a raiding cavalry. Never check the relics. They are the Hunter's Folly for scout line of sight, and the other one is the Staff of Dionysus for villager gathering. Food carry capacity. It's gonna whack the animals with the Herser to gain more favor from them. And we've got the healing spring action, of course. So this should allow Suppe to definitely get Hall of Faints. He's got more than that already. How much is Hall of Faints again? 10. Yeah, I'm not sure why he whacked the animals then. Because Loki normally doesn't spam myth units in the classical age. You could totally make trolls, seeing as all these Hersia will be gathering the favor for you. But it's typically speaking not necessary. JJ has a long walking time, man, between the granary and the animals. That's awkward, so you normally want to put the granary right in the middle of the hunt. Which might have been the case when he started, but not anymore. Trying to pressure this base a little bit, but probably not the best idea right now. Not with this Herser counterattack coming out. JJ is about to find out. Hall of Fames is still not done, but it started. Those villagers are about to really get hammered. Yikes. In quite literal fashion too, the Valkyrie gets spawned. She's not taking them to Valhalla. Whoa, that's a nice restoration, healing up all the villagers back to full. The kitchen knives have done the work. Valkyrie's getting hit on the way out by Odysseus because he's got 6 track rating. Can hit her every single shot. The villagers should probably go back to the hunting operations now though. Still a good amount of resources left for our Norse player on the map. The zebra is about to expire though. So there is that. Oh no, JJ is getting the wall builder bug, where it just starts chopping the tree. So easy to place your wall in that way. Tower upgrade is up, just in case it's needed. The healing spring will fix up all these boys and girls. Seems good. Alright, tower's about to get absolutely wrecked. The villagers aren't particularly safe, I must say. Suppe a little bit housed, JJ a little bit housed. It's a dumpster fire. So gather around and warm yourself up. These villagers are not here to stay for long. Man, these Hersers are some sick people. They light the entire village on fire and that's their little spot for warming up. JJ pressuring the forward gold mine could be his way towards victory here. Especially if Suppe doesn't make it to the second gold mine. But he's also kind of being denied his own resource. And getting pushed back now. The tower has done a lot of work on this army. And once the Loki army combines itself, it's going to be actually huge. Overall population wise, 62 for JJ versus 93. Fairly big difference. Temple and Military Academy getting absolutely destroyed. Good job by the Minotaur to hang out here by the giraffes. Finding the gold miners, of course, thanks to the spy. JJ should be able to walk through the wall with these villagers. Temple is destroyed. That's a lot of favor for Suppe. Pretty sure he's maxed on favor right now. So maybe a little trolling is in order. Army catches the hearse here. I'm not sure they're gonna make it out. Bear in mind, the Odysseus can hit even these bad boys. House after house getting destroyed, man. It's like 4 favor each. But he's already full. 21 hearse here on the field, my goodness. JJ is essentially out of resources right now. He's not gathering gold in a significant form. Villagers are getting picked off by the troll left and right. Yikes. More house destruction on the way. And there goes the archery range and the military academy. Oh god. JJ, you gotta make new buildings then. Even if he does though, he doesn't have a lot of resources. He's trying to move back to food and to gold. And he's going to tap out of this one as Suppe just accumulated far too big of an army. JJ won't be able to make it back in this one. No worries, there's always the next game that he can try. But that military difference was just way too big to make up for right now. Not to mention this, the idle time on JJ's villagers. Yikes. Welcome to Mediterranean. This is potentially going to be the last match if Suppe still wins here. He's gonna be going for 4. Very interesting. Haven't seen 4 on Mediterranean in probably years, to be honest. JJ on the other side, going with Kronos. The super interesting thing about 4 is that if you're super rich, you can get burning pitch, which absolutely demolishes ships. So let's just take a quick look here at the tech tree. Should you be able to get there, this thing does plus 15% archership pierce damage. That is pretty bonkers. Might be easier though to just get the normal weapon upgrades. I believe it also has a component though of damage versus ships. No? Maybe not the Woobly version actually. That's probably been simplified, don't know. I think those tooltips might be inaccurate or incomplete. Probably going with incomplete. Because I'm pretty sure it has a damage versus ships component. We're gonna find out. If it's ever getting done. Suppe going for the preemptive double dock. I think you punish this by not deconstructing the dock. What is going on? Yeah, just leave it alone, honestly. Like, that's a big commitment to wood gathering at the beginning. But if Suppe is actually able to double pump ships this early, that would be crazy. Oh my god. All it takes is 5 vils on wood. And it's the fishing ships that do the entire gathering. Like, the dwarves can be made on land, right? You only use 2 on pigs. This is a very interesting build order. Is Suppe revolutionizing this? You're gonna see more 4 from here on out? I like the creativity of it. If it ends the constant Greek mirrors on this map, I'm all for it. Add one more god to the list. Hopefully he can still get a good advance time though. That I could see being a problem. Then again, he has a good amount of fishing ships already. That's up to 9. JJ only on 5. Started making the temple. Hopefully he doesn't forget it. Gotta go and finish it. Only got 1 person on wood. Now eating up the piggies. Might time shift that temple across, but probably not. I think this is very much a water battle kind of situation. Suppe making the temple, he'll be on time, I think. 4 minute 30? 40? Something like that. But bear in mind that those Norse archer ships are absolutely bonkers. JJ actually starting his advance at the exact same moment. So isn't going to have any advantage whatsoever. Dwarven gold mine has been gobbled up.
Yeah.
Now we've got 10 people on wood. It's about to be 6 on gold. On the same gold mine soon. Also, the Dwarven gold mine on Vubli actually has 750 gold in it. In the archaic age, which is a very nice little boon to have. Docks are very close together. 3 docks for our Norse player. What? That's something. Alright, the temple gets moved from here to here after all. As for the classical age, still a few seconds out. Gives us time to check the relics though. We got the head of Orpheus for +8 building line of sight. And the flagstone of Buchen for cheaper walls. Alright, the oracles are gonna get heroized. Very good. TC is blasting them, however, with archer fire. Or arrow fire. The villagers should be able to fight this together with heroes, but actually it's not going so good. We already got Bioreams on top of this, but triple longbows should be more than capable of handling that. They rallied out very far, and a lot of free shots are going through for the Bioreams. That's going to be 4 versus 4, however. And we've got a deconstruct on one of the middle docks. I mean, there's only one middle dock. Nonetheless. Bioreams are getting absolutely wrecked by the longboats. Oh my goodness. Some true savagery coming through. Alright, the numbers are a little better at home. That is 7 Bioreams, so that's not something that Suppe really wants to engage into, especially not 8. Better pull back. Once he builds up to better count, he can actually fight. The villagers should be able to kind of fight this back, but looks like one of them is getting picked off every time, and Suppe is not really reacting right this second, so JJ starting to enjoying an economic lead almost. By the way, the Atlantean docks are the best looking ones. Look at that lighthouse thingy. So nice. Can't wait to see how they're looking retold. Ship getting picked off, but then again, so there's a longboat. Bear in mind these Bioreams are significantly weaker than the longboats, but they're fast. They're cheap. They build fast. Everything else is worse about them though. Even the armor. Population count is the same. So if the longboats start to max out, they're gonna absolutely demolish the water. So Atlantean's job is to flood and try to win that way. Tempo has been teleported back home. I'm gonna need to see an Oracle hero or two. Valkyrie might even decide to fight them, actually. Would be crazy, but they don't have that much health. I guess it's too much still. Oh, he's blocked. Suppe can't get out. Never mind. That's a lie. AOM's pathing is so slippery. You can totally get out of pretty much anything. Let's see about that ship count. It's now 10. So for JJ, 15. Oh, he turned more oracles into heroes? What? I mean, they have focus, but they're not the best kind of unit you can make. That should have been Murmillo, I think. Suppe's just looking to max out. He's fairly comfortable with this current situation, but he is gonna need houses. Currently very housed, but he's trying to make more. Engagement in the middle continues. And as long as there's a bunch of extra longboats, it should be very easy for Suppe to hold. Yeah, JJ kinda doesn't want to engage this. Every time he turns around, Suppe gets off these free shots. It's fantastic news for him. Yeah, look at that beautiful concave he sets up. JJ goes in, he takes a bunch of hits and never shoots a volley. Every time this happens, Suppe gains a very nice little lead. Okay, there's the oracles again. Suppe did not expect it. Kitchen knives are coming out, and the Hersiers are starting to chase. This is JJ's chance. He distracted Suppe, and he can now jump in, pick off some weak links. But he's still faced with a very big navy. Talking about 18 longboats. That's against 27 biremes? It's actually a crazy number. Crazy good. Should be able to take the fight. Just a little bit of micro. Might even demolish Suppe's fleet. But he's pulling back. I don't think he's aware of how big his advantage is right now in terms of numbers. I guess a lot of them are very low health, so he wants to be conservative and rely on the docks to help. Oh my, Suppe's just pushing through. There's no stopping this hype train. Well, that seems to be a problem now. Suppe has still 19 longboats. He's been keeping up the production the whole time. Absolutely brutal. Now the ship count looks equal, which is absolutely terrible news for Atlantean. These longboats are just so superior. Look at the stat differences between the two. 290 health versus 240. 5 DPS per arrow versus 7. It's nice to have all that speed, but speed doesn't win the direct fight. Thing is, even if you move these ships at the full speed, the Norse ships still hit them. The track rating on these things is 10. You can't dodge this. Which, it might be interesting if you could dodge it. Would add a lot of extra micro elements to these battles. But that's a discussion for another day, as it looks like Suppe is aiming to finish this, picking off the remaining biremes. And man just keeps going and going. Never got any armory upgrades or anything like that. He does have the dwarven armory, however, it's just he never used it. JJ down to 88 population. His gold mine has expired. He's going for another TC. He's got more oracles ready to go. But Suppe's already getting on top of the gold mines, knowing that 10 to 11 minutes is really your time to strike. Could have set up a bit earlier as well. There's another gold mine here after all. But it looks like 4 Valkyries? Where did these come from? Oh my goodness. The villager has been turned into a hero manually to save it. That's very expensive. I mean, but the longboats are still winning on the water. The TC is essentially denied. Especially if an Ulfsark spam begins now. Which is, I think, the right choice because they're made in 9 seconds only. Would like to see Suppe continuing with the pressure on the water just to heavily win that fight. But yeah, the gold mining is essentially denied at this point. And we've got several Ulfsarks out. They'll be going after the citizens. It's gonna take a long amount of time to finish the settlement itself. 2 Hersiers join the battle. Forest fire is being imagined right now. Oh, that's actually very painful. That's actually where JJ is trying to gather wood. He's knocked off of the gold and the fight on the water begins again, which is going to be a further drain on his resources. The Valkyries can kind of take the beating for the moment. The TC is absolutely going to be denied. There's no question about this. It's now 5-7 Ulfsarks. JJ's pushed back to his docks, and I think there's honestly no comeback from this. The Oracle heroes die to the forest fire. Another citizen gets picked off too. Valkyrie's absolutely savage. JJ's trying to really badly save these villagers with another manor. Bear in mind this is completely walled off, so he can't get that another way. Has to just bring in the manor and hope that he can build a military in the meantime. Suppe's pullback micro is really on point, and JJ loses 4 ships as a result, maybe even more. Suppe continues to pressure, takes out the tower, and JJ is having to sneak villagers onto the gold mine. This will be spotted by the Hersier eventually. Now it's the villagers' time to confront death. They're not fighting back, so they're definitely not going to Valhalla. 3 of them going down the donkey death stand, pretty satisfying as usual. The manor trying to be salvaged. It will be salvaged, but just barely. Navy of the Atlanteans has been completely defeated, and I think with that, JJ will be going down as well. The Hersier now knows what's going on out here, is walling these in completely, and the 3 Valkyries are already on their way. The medium infantry is through for the Ulfsarks, so they're gonna get on top of that gold mining operation ditto. Now they could wall this off easily enough. Suppe must be pretty much ready to go heroic soon. He cancels his units in production. He's done that. He's got Persine on the fishing ships for a while now, so a quick drop off and he should be ready to go. Oh my, what is this? Making a base in the base. And there's the raid. Oh boy. The villagers do get to escape into the manor, but the wall is going to hold for a while. Got an additional longhouse up here. And the 4-player can basically do whatever he wants. He's getting the armory upgrades behind this, so the ships are also going to be more potent at 28% pierce armor now. And even if JJ could somehow make back the ships, they're in trouble. Like, the infantry is here to take it out. Manor will probably survive, as JJ still has a good amount of resources in the bank. So he can make extra heroes and whatever. Valkyries can just leave and heal themselves up though. It's a good time to bring back the longboats, as the Pyremes are a big threat to the Ulfsarks. The Valkyries finally starting to heal each other up. It's a bit of a chain they created. There's the longboats. Bragi's in. Oh wow, this is over. Flaming weapons is clicked in. There is absolutely no counter to this right now. Look at that, the longbows at 14.7 attack. Actually doing a good job, JJ is, with that, by Reem getting pulled away. And yet still, the dogs are gonna be gone. JJ might be on 2 TCs, but honestly, it's not helping much. Then again, that's not the best flaming weapons. Destroying all the docks though does allow Suppe to carry on with additional fishing ship production. And I'm fairly certain that Suppe's going to start up the battle boar spam. He's auto-queuing that thing. You got Shield Maiden Valkyries. And they're denying the gold mining now. It's gonna be Oversarks getting made as well from the Longhouse, which are getting popped out with their flaming weapons. Getting a few extra kills in. Battle boars now going after the main. And there's nothing here to defend against it. Absolutely brutal. The flaming weapons did some extra damage to the TC as well there. It's now all on these Murmillos to try to survive against the Shield Maiden Valkyries, but they have 60% hack armor. I don't think they care too much. Okay, one of them is gonna go down, but meanwhile the TC is as well. JJ holding on to dear life as he tries to stay in the tournament, but meanwhile the bronze line upgrades are through from the armory and the TC is dead. Further villagers are being absolutely harassed into oblivion. Suppe's working his way towards 1,000 resources and a Ragnarok would have been game ending. JJ knows he can't secure the gold mine anymore and he's going to tap out. Suppe's your guy to advance into the top 16. Second person out of group 5 here. Better luck to JJ next time and thanks for playing. Yeah, he got really into a group of death here, so tough luck. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.